Peace, HHDG. We are on another episode of HHDG Media, the podcast. And as always, shout out to everyone that's tuning in through our YouTube channel, as well as our Facebook group, HHDG, Hip Hop Discussion Group. As you can see, we always have our website in the bottom banner. You can go check out the latest written interviews, as well as music, events, and also our merchandise. As always, Rock Vader KB, T. Smith, Skelly Top, the Mayor, and myself, Wiki, represent our company, HHDG Media Inc. And as always, salute to them because, I wouldn't be here without them. So big salute to them always. For tonight, we have two young talents coming out of Australia, Perth to be exact, who they've displayed their chemistry on multiple projects, and I'm enjoying how they work together on the duality of two projects that they put out. One this year on the 21st of March called Source, Don't Come Near Me. And then last year in February on the 16th, it was Please Speak Up, 7 Minutes Late. They have a unique style of, not just using the soulful samples that they have, but putting their own twist on it, which I definitely enjoy. And then keeping the drums on some of them that are really thumping it, and others, little minimal, but it still comes out dope. One of them is also a member of the dope production crew, Lupara. Y'all are definitely familiar with them. They've done a dope project with Shadi, which recently came out, and also in the past with, messed that up. Also in the past with Water from Chicago. And I definitely want to get into the fact that they just did a whole beat showcase down in Australia with, I believe it's called Battle Royal Beats. If I get that correct, they'll let me know if I messed that up. And shout out to Royal Club as well. And at that event, they also were selling the cassette tape of their new project, The Source, Don't Come Near Me. So we're going to get into these projects as well as, finding out more about how they came into their own signature production style. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce these two producers coming from Perth, Australia. Dimslim, peace.
What's good?
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm doing well, man. Bright and early, 7 a.m. Friday morning. Feeling good Friday, baby. Yeah.
Also returning.
Sorry, you're cutting out.
SB. You hear me?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you now. There we go. I can hear you
SB,
now.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, you cut out just for a second.
Good. All right.
You back.
Delay right there. So, being that SB was on here, y'all can go and definitely check out that interview to learn more about his past. And we're going to, talk more about current projects and also find a little bit more about Dimslim.
Yeah,
so, first off, before we go into the past, let's talk about Battle Royale Beats. Tell us how that came to be and how you got introduced to showcasing your style and production.
Well, like Battle Royale Beats was like a thing when we were very young. I'm pretty sure it's been around for about 15 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and they kind of had like a hiatus maybe around I think around 2013, 2014, if I'm correct. And then they just kind of wiped the beat battle scene of Perth like all out of whack. There wasn't really any beat battles up until maybe early last year is when it kind of started picking up again. And Ray, the fella that runs that over those ways, he's been very well linked with the beat community most of his life. So a lot of the judges that come through there are already established beat makers.
Nice.
And the setup of the battle royale is usually have like 2 or 3 rounds. So at the first one, we were given like two songs that we could play each round, and then it was kind of like a knockout phase. So and then once you got a few rounds in, then I guess the numbers kind of slim down. That's where you get either knocked out or not, which was quite good. I thought that was good battle style. And now we've kind of switched it into a version where we're given a sample to flip, an a cappella to flip, as well as showcase 2 of our favorite songs.
Nice.
Which is it's good. You play less beats of yours to the crowd, but everyone still gets a fair shot. So I think it's gone in a good direction.
So they're basically challenging each producer at the same time. I like that.
Yeah.
Man.
No knockouts. So it's like everyone gets to play their beat that they made.
Yeah.
Which is
That's
good.
nice.
Awesome.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Now,
man.
how long have the 2 of you known each other?
Been a few years now, SB, you reckon?
Yeah, I think it was at the first Beats on 8. It's like a beat showcase night where we just had like 8 producers come in to like a little bar in Maylands, and we just play 15 minutes worth of beats. And I think this was only my second time playing my beats out like in public. And I finished my set, and Dimslim come up and had me on Instagram and all that, fucking with my beats. So I think early 2022, I believe.
Yeah, that's pretty precise.
Yep.
All right.
Mad thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. So when the 2 of you met, who heard the production first? Did you, SB, did you hear his production first, or was it vice versa?
Nah. Dimslim heard me first.
Okay.
I had no idea who he was, and then I got put on. I was like, oh my god, these beats are ridiculous.
Let's go, bro. Yeah, it was awesome, man. I heard of SB like around the parts for a little while. Maybe it was probably only like a month or 2 before we met. I saw he kind of had his sounds going in the right places. So I was like, yo, he's working with people I appreciate in the scene. So it was all good from there.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Dimslim, what music did you grow up listening to?
Man, my first like 2 favorite records were gifted to me by my grandmother, and the first one was Sgt. Pepper's from the Beatles.
Okay.
Yeah, got that on record, and then my second favorite, or actually probably my main favorite record of all time, is Ray Charles, Modern Sounds and Country Western Music. So I was getting on the goods when I was young, man. Like I remember when I was in year 1. I first heard Grandmaster Flash at 6 years old, and I was like, "Yo, man, this shit's fucking awesome." Getting put on from the schools, man. Like I just had a really good music teacher, and we were listening to like the blues and Headhunters, Herbie Hancock, like year 4, man. Like it was a really great time growing up, man. Listening to like all those different jazz records and blues records. Sick.
That's great. Wow.
Yeah. Been on it since the young.
Yeah. And since then, has your your musical taste expanded a lot more?
Yeah, man, 100%. Like when I'm going for like samples or Like I usually just listen to like soul and funk like every single day. Like I've just got different playlists where I'm just going crazy on the funk, man. Parliament Funkadelic, George Clinton, man, Brucey Collins, like that kind of era was just golden, man. Usually still listening to the usual hip hop, like here and there. But for the most part, like I really have a really soft spot for soul music, man. Like soul music's there, brother. Nothing better than a bit of Curtis Mayfield on a Monday morning, you know what I mean? Straight up.
Nice. So, I mean, being that you said that, you know, music is therapy for you. It's good.
100%, man.
Cool. Now, I'm curious. I'm not going to jump to the new album, but I'm curious. How did you end up working with Chris Crack on the No Sample Snitching project?
Hey, yo, shouts to my boy Chris. He's my G. So like that shit was crazy, man, because like I kind of first got into contact with Chris from my best friend Televator, man. He's another producer. He taught me everything I know. Shouts to my boy. He put me onto him, I reckon around 2018. And I was a big fan for like, you know, a few years prior. And I was flipping his beat, his tracks, man. I'll just like slow him down and screw him up and stuff. And I had like a little stint where I did like 2 or 3 flips, and he just kept getting back to me like, yo, these are sick, man. So I was like, hey, if you want some beats, man, like I got you. Like, and I remember I kind of just like flung a whole beat pack at him, didn't expect anything out of it. And then like, I remember the day it came out, man. I was working a shift at a shitty truck stop. I got back in my car, opened up my phone, and it's like Chris Crack being like, yo, you're on this album. It just dropped. Like, congratulations. This is your first placement. I was like, yo, man, like, that's fucking crazy. That was, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 2021. Quite sure, like 2021.
I think so.
Yeah, and that was 2 years into becoming a beat maker. I started in early 2019, so that was a very big occasion for me, man. First placement. Yeah.
So what made you already showing that you have a love of music, what made you want to become a producer?
Fucking good question, man. I used to play in bands, so I used to be like a drummer. And we used to play like kind of like shoegaze and punk music and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And that didn't work out. I noticed just like, you know, 4 or 5 people, it's really hard to work around the lifestyles of you know, people growing up as young adults. You know, you just lose time. So I was like, yo, I could just do this all myself. And you know, hip hop, I've learned a lot through hip hop, and I feel like it's my kind of, you know, duty in that respect to kind of give back to the genre. And yeah, like, you know, my one shouts to Televator again. You know, he put me onto the SB404, which is all I produce on, and to Ross G, one of my biggest inspirations.
Nice.
Man, he's my G. And yeah, and then I was like, yo, nah, I mean, if he can do it, I can do it, man. Like, straight up. Yeah.
Nice.
Go.
Man. So how often you know, outside of music, how often did you know, the two of you just, you know, hang out and talk about everything else aside from music?
Not often, eh? Always flat out. Yeah, always working full time. Mm-hmm. We always catch up at the events though. All the beat showcases, any shows going on. We went to see Mike when he came to Perth, and JPEG Mafia. But yeah, outside of that, we're just too busy, hey.
Straight out.
Yeah, today's a public holiday, so it worked out.
Yeah.
Dope, man. Now, SB, Farmer G dropped his album, How to Kill a Butterfly, in January, the end of January. I think it was the 31st.
Yep.
How did it feel to, be part of his solo?
Oh, it was. I can't even explain it, because of course I'm pretty young. When I first heard of Farmer, all I knew about Farmer was he did an album with Rome Streets. I didn't know he was
Task Force and everything.
Task Force.
Yeah.
40 years ago. Been rapping for 40 years, I believe. So yeah, over the years, learning more and more, and it's it's a privilege to be able to produce for his debut album. I didn't know it was his debut album either. I thought all these years that he's been rapping, I would have thought he had a solo project, but
Right.
yeah, they're all. Yep. But yeah, it's great. Farmer's a great dude. He's done a lot for me in the few years that we've known each other. Yeah.
Nice. Now, in our interview, I was speaking about you getting noticed and being placed with some really talented, well-known MCs. And I think you putting out Beachside Volume 1 was like complimenting not only your production, but, giving the fans, a true taste of just you.
Yeah. Yep. No, that's I just wanted to get a collection of instrumentals out that have already been out for a while. I think that's always been an idea of mine that I've wanted to do, just like an instrumental series. So I'll drop another one on my birthday this year. I haven't chosen what beats, but yeah.
All right. Cool. Now, also this year, I mentioned in the intro, Shadi's new album, Pulp Nonfiction.
Yeah.
You have 2 tracks on there.
Yep.
When did you work on having that production for his album?
Well, that album's changed a few times.
Okay.
I think we started working on it maybe 6 months after the Water album came out. So maybe like mid 2023, I think we started working on that. I think we had a completed album, and then I think we were just waiting for the vinyl because it's dropping with Copenhagen. We were just waiting for the date to come. So I think Shoddy decided to rework the album, toss some tracks off the track list, and do some new ones. So originally, I only had one beat on there, and that's a completely different track to the 2 that are on there.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah. So the 2 new ones, they're actually pretty new for me. In like the past year, I think I made those beats. So yeah, pretty new, and
right.
very, very proud of this album.
Yeah,
boys did a great job.
Yeah, he did a great job. Everybody did. Old Lupara,
Yep.
and then Shadi, definitely complimented with the lyrics.
Yep, Shadi's an incredible rapper.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah.
And for those that are interested, I put the Shadi's Bandcamp link in there for you to go definitely check that out, listen, support it.
My original track is on the deluxe. If you buy the digital, you get that one song that was originally cut. So
all right. Cool. So let me let the people know which tracks those are that are on there. One is Self-Taught, and the other one is featuring Nino Blessed. That's a Bambino Royale.
Yep. I've been told by a few people that Bambino Royale is their favorite beat that they've heard from me, which is kind of surprising, but it's also a hard beat, so I get it. Yeah.
Cool. Now, this is, if correct me if I'm wrong, the two projects that you worked together with, the one from this year and one from last year, is that the only two projects that you have together like that?
So far.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So take us through, please speak up, 7 minutes late, how you created that, and why did you decide to go like half and half?
Oh man, that was like it was such a fun idea at first because like I remember like kind of a while back split records or like split tapes for a thing in the band community. Like heaps of like punk bands would just do like a split EP where they'd go halves on making a record. They've got one side, the other band's got the other side. And I thought that was just so cool in that scene, and there wasn't really much of that here. So I was like, yo, like imagine if we could just put something together where we're both working on beats and like kind of putting beats to the forefront of the listening experience. I don't remember how we tossed up the rules, but we kind of settled on like we had 15 minutes each with one MC on one song each side. I think it's like 32 bars or something. And we were like, both times that we've made these projects, we haven't heard each other's sides until we finish making them.
Okay.
Yeah, which kind of gives that like kind of stark difference in how the projects come out. We might like give each other a couple hints here and there, being like, the project's gonna sound like, like upbeat or soulful chops and stuff like that. But we, until we got to the end of it, that's when we started to listen to each other's sides, which is sick.
And I noticed when you did the new album, The Source Don't Come Near Me, you flipped it because SB11 did the first half, and then Slim, you did the latter half, and on the new one, you reversed that.
Yep. Hell yeah.
Exactly right.
Like, hell yeah, I'm up. It's cool. I reckon it's a cool way to do it, man. Like, it's I think kind of giving each other the respect to each other as producers as well, giving each other's shine, and I think it's kind of putting Perth beats on the map, man. Like I remember when The Source and Don't Come Near Me came out that night, I dapped SB up. I was like, yo, we got the hottest beat tape in the country, man. Like no one else is doing this right now. So it was exciting, man. It's really exciting to see this kind of flourish and probably start to become something we do for years.
Yep.
So I can see it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Next one coming up soon.
Yeah, we'll have
Say that
to
again?
start with the next one soon.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
And what made you decide to put this one on cassette?
Well, we did 100 vinyl for the first one, and I think we overestimated ourselves. We didn't sell as many as we wanted, and vinyl's a big risk at the moment, I feel like. So we just decided to keep it safe to just 25 cassettes, and lo and behold, we got rid of all of them like 2 weeks. So it worked out for the best, I think, doing a tape run instead of vinyl. I've almost run out of copies of the vinyl for Please Speak Up, 7 minutes late. But it was just more financially viable, and I love cassettes. I'd collect cassettes myself. So I always love a good looking cassette, and I think we did pretty well.
Definitely did.
Great.
Yeah. My thing always, goes back to when I was younger is I always had a thing with having instrumentals on cassettes. Like when I used to go to my uncle's place when I was getting into DJing, I used to always have like record a lot of instrumentals, like mixed instrumentals. So I always had them on cassette.
Yeah. Oh, sick.
Hell yeah.
Who helped you put the cassette out?
I just did it through a place in the UK. I just did all the layout myself.
Mhm.
Yeah. Of course, Stu Tender did the artwork, front artwork, and the back. And so, yeah, I just did it all myself, ordered and all that. So, yeah, easier to handle, keep track of. Don't have to pay someone else to do it.
Save the peas.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Yesterday, when I was checking your Bandcamp to see how much vinyl, I think you had like maybe like 17 left for the first project you did together. So if anybody's interested, go hit up the Bandcamp, go support.
Yep, that's right. That's both of our Bandcamps, either on mine or Dimslim's. We've both got them up there.
Cool. And speaking of vinyl, next week, Heavenly Unknown.
Yeah, finally. Yeah.
Tell them about it.
Oh, it's taken way too long. Way too long. Of course, I had to deal with Gas Records to drop on the date that the album was dropping digitally, and that week, I just got no response from him, and then of course, just Gas Records just collapsed. They got called out for all their bad business and whatnot. So yeah, I had to pivot, and I wasn't going to do vinyl for a while there, but I had people keep hitting me up saying how far away is the vinyl. I was I guess I have to do it. There's 10 people keep asking me. So yeah, 100 vinyl. It looks like it'll do all right. I've gotten lots of interest in it, so it makes me feel good about dropping it myself, putting all my money into it, all my time into it. So looks like it'll pay off.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a success. I mean, look, when you partnered with Walls Over BS with the CD and tape.
Yep, that did much better than I was expecting too. Just the open pre-order, did more than I expected. So yeah, very grateful for everyone who copped that.
Cool.
Proud.
Well, man.
So when's the last time the two of you did any record digging?
We don't dig. We don't dig together. Yeah, we've never dig together. That's crazy. I've never thought about that.
We were close when we at the Freddie Gibbs meetup.
Yeah,
we were close to having a dig, and then it was I came straight from work to the Freddie Gibbs meetup, and it just didn't work out. I just had to go home.
I got to get ready for this show, man. Like,
yeah. So we were close once, but I haven't been digging myself for a while because Timepiece from Lupara, he's moved over to Melbourne now. So I've taken a lot of his vinyl records. I've got 2 boxes at home that I haven't even touched yet. So don't need to dig for a long time.
Yeah. We should do a rhythm roulette or something soon, though. That'll be fun. We'll tee it up
for the new album.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Manifesting the digs.
Oh yeah.
So Dimslim, when you're creating any songs or tracks, Is there a certain, method to how you do it?
Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. Like, first one is smoke some trees, man. Like, just I love smoking some Zaza and like, just getting my head in the right space, man. Like, just flowy. Like, everything I make's on the SP, so I'm always sampling. I've got a playlist of every single song I've sampled since like 2021.
Mhm.
And obviously there's some that on like YouTube and vinyl records that don't make that playlist, but it's sick to see the chronological order of everything that I've sampled and all the genres and stuff. But usually it's just, get a drink of water, man, roll up a spliff. When I'm searching for samples, it's whatever my ears feel like. Sometimes I might hear something very rough and it will work out, but for the most part, I really love, just soul samples and flipping some classics, but also making them unrecognizable.
Right.
Play around with the sample a bit. But yeah, I usually start with my samples and I lay my drums over. And it's just all in all like hand chop, finger chop, man. All in the pads, all the sounds that go through there is all in the SP404, and then I just record straight into Ableton and give it like a little bit of compression. That's about it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's vibes. Yeah.
Now, Ugly Boy Modeling was on the new project, and this is now like the second time he's been over your production, because the first time was on Chris Crack's No Sample Snitching.
Yeah, that's a good shout, man. That's the reason why I put him on. He was on my first placement, and I remember first hearing Ugly Boy Modeling maybe 2 years prior.
Mhm.
Oh no, 2018, man. Once again, 2018. Televator put me on as well. And what I love about Ugly Boy Modeling, man, is he emphasizes being a weirdo. Like, he's like, yo, be weird and enjoy being weird. And a lot of his artwork on his solo projects are just so wacky and out there, man. And I love that. So getting him on for this project was actually a shout to that first track that we did together on No Sample Snitching, man. That was like a full circle moment for me. I was like, yeah, I got to get him on my shit too. Yeah. He was sick, man. He's a good dude.
Yeah, that's good. Any you already said that the two of you you're already about to work on the next one. But for you, dimslim, is there any projects right now that you're currently working on? Any artists?
Yeah, man. Yeah, so I've got a project with my boy K the Sovereign. So he's another Perth MC, called Misadventures in Fen. So we're got that in the mixing stages now. So we're hopefully going to drop it late July to August. That's my estimate. Just got to get some more funds in there. But we've got a full length album. It's about like 13 to 14 tracks, and we've got Chris Crack and Michael Christmas on the project.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so far, which is awesome. And we made the Chris Crack project maybe late 2023 or track, sorry. And then the Michael Christmas track came in maybe mid to late last year. So we've been working on this project for about 2.5 years. So I'm keen to see it roll out, man. I've got that, and I've got another project that I'm working on at the moment called so far I've just got it called For Ras. So it's just like a Ras G kind of like commemoration tape.
Nice.
So I'm just going into my space zone, man. And then I got another project called DeLorean, which should drop late this year, and it's kind of like more like high BPM footworky kind of stuff, which should be fun. Nice little step in a different direction.
All right.
Yeah. So pretty chockers this year, man. I'm keen.
What's one of your favorite Ras G either tracks or projects?
Oh man, The Alien tape is probably my favorite one of all time. Like that is just so weird, and like, oh man, like I remember first seeing like the project artwork to the Alien tape, 2019, and just like I'm like, yo, this dude is like he's in a different world, man. Just the like hieroglyphic type stuff, very cool. As well as Stargate music. I dug into Stargate music for a while, kind of like the meaning behind it. And it's like it's a kind of like a project based upon like birth and kind of the cycles of women when they go through birth. I just thought that was beautiful. It kind of a lot of the sounds in Stargate music give that kind of like a new life type type outlook onto the tape. And yeah, so those two albums really good, as well as the EP that he did, Day and Night. That's also a good one. Love Ross, man.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's OG. That's like 2004. I was like, yo, he was making beats in 2004. Like, it's like, damn. Hell yeah.
That's dope. Dope.
Yeah.
SB, anything else you're working on right now?
Yeah, working on a follow-up to Heavenly Unknown. That's yeah, slowly coming along. Just yeah, waiting for verses. What else? Helping A Saxon put together his album. I've got 4 tracks on that one. That should be mid this year, maybe June, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Dimslim has a beat on that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, what else? I'm working on another instrumental sort of album. It's it's going to be old tracks using this one plugin. It's on Fruity Loops. It's a Fruity Granulizer, so granular synthesis. Either running samples through that or whatever. So making a whole album that'll have that sort of sound, and I don't know how it's gonna turn out right now, but
Okay.
working on it. Yeah.
It's the best way.
bit of experimentation. Step outside the comfort zone. Do some different genre of beats in a way. More 808s.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You challenging yourself right there?
Yeah, kinda.
Okay.
Yeah. Do something different that I haven't done before.
That's great.
Yeah.
Cool. And any work with No?
Yeah, yep. We have plans to begin the next album.
Let's go.
I don't know when that'll be, but yeah, always work with No. Yep.
Cool. Now, on our last interview when we were talking about Heavenly Unknown, you said you didn't get a chance to have. Sorry, I just got a blank with his name real quick. Oh man, Luca. I don't know why I couldn't get it. Anything coming up with him?
No, not at this point. I believe he's working on a pretty big album, and has been for the past few years. I won't get into it. I won't get into it, but yeah.
Okay. All right.
He's busy. He's busy. Too busy for SB. But yeah, that's still the man. He's incredible. Getting sharper every project that he drops.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely. Yeah. Cool. So the question for both of you, anybody that you've been trying to work with, just hasn't, come to, a proper connection yet?
You go first,
Man,
Emma.
I handed hell yeah. I handed Mike a beat pack when I met him, hoping something comes out of that. But like he's got, great producers on his end. So if he doesn't use anything, I'm not offended. But man, I like if I had to put it up there, like probably one of my biggest inspirations to work with right now would be someone like Nyonte or Sideshow in the 10K global scene. They're sick. But I'm also I've been getting some beats towards an MC from UK called Jesse James Solomon. He used to work with like Reggie Snow, King Cruel type stuff. Quite a while back, I remember hearing this stuff in back like 2015. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna hit this guy up, see if he wants some beats. So I flung some beats his way. Hopefully, we get something out of that as well. Yeah, apart from that, man, we're just kind of keeping it a bit local now. Yeah, I think I got a couple more songs coming out with Michael Christmas as well. Because I got onto one of his. I was on his song Banner 18, so I produced that. Came out like early January, so he's going to give me 2 more tracks, and I can release them on my kind of solo stuff as well. You see, my boy Michael, man, the G.
So look, looking back, and I asked SB this before. How does it feel, working with some of these artists from outside of Australia?
Oh man, it's a full circle moment, man. Like it's like I grew up listening to some of these people, so to have them kind of give me a kind of chance, I guess, even though I'm cold calling him on Instagram or something like, yo, you need some beats, like just hoping for the best, and to get that I guess consideration, just even not to get on the track or to get anything out with them, just to be considered is a blessing, man. So and things might not make it out, Chris Crack's really good. He's really easy to work with. I just fling him packs, and then he just lets me know if they're dropping, and I'm like, yo, hell yeah. And Michael Christmas, we're just to know that he was kind of in the Mac Miller circle, back in the early 2010s, like they're some of my best friends, like favorite tunes, and the way I can just go like, I know this dude, like we cool now. It's really humbling, man. It gives me kind of more hope to be like, we're the sound's going in the right direction, so we just keep doing what we're doing, man, and hopefully I'll be over in US in no time. It's awesome.
Cool. Do you carry a SP with you a lot?
Yeah. If I know that we're gonna make stuff, 100%. I'll give a little leak of how I sample. I just rip straight off Spotify, man. I just go look for some low stream type stuff, like hopefully we don't get caught with this one, and then just record straight in, man. Chuck the battery pack in, we're good to go. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now, SB, you say you've been, busy with, working and everything. What else have you been doing outside of, working and music? What's your downtime like?
Oh, downtime. I've been watching Severance.
Oh,
I like Severance.
Yes.
Incredible. Oh my god. What else? Yeah, just do a bit of artwork here and there on Photoshop. Sort of try to plan out for like the follow up to Heavenly Unknown. I've got ideas for the artwork and all that already. Doing some back covers. Yeah, so just
Nice.
Most of the time it still relates to music. Yeah, but yeah, I try to make beats where I can.
All right. And same question to you, Dimslim. What's your downtime like?
My downtime, man, it's like, honestly, I'm a big gamer. I love playing like Souls like games like Elden Ring and stuff. So,
Okay.
usually catch me on a Dark Souls fresh save or something. But I really love honestly connecting with my best friends, man. Like, people I've known all my life. We kind of have a hidden rule. We see each other at least once every couple of weeks, kick it. I love playing pool, man. I'm a big pool player.
Oh, nice. Same here. Yep.
Yeah, we'll shoot some up. I'll come around sometime. We'll get a few games. But I also I'm an aspiring teacher, man. So I'm going to be a qualified
Okay.
teacher
Nice.
in a year and a half. So, yeah. So I want to kind of use hip hop to educate, man, and hopefully get some high school students making some beats. Get them on it early, and
That's great.
it's always creative, man. Anything creative, we're moving.
That's needed. 'Cause I don't know how the education system is there. Maybe you could expand on it, but I know here in the U.S., like they pretty much there's not too many music type programs anymore.
Oh man, there's barely like, I kind of wish they taught like how to mix music and like, use like things like Ableton and Logic in schools.
Mhm.
They're kind of starting to phase that in. But when I went to school, that wasn't a thing. And it was mainly just bands and stuff, which is how I grew up. But yeah, the school system is very much so probably similar. You just want to get high grades and then you can get into university or something. But um, I'm going to be through my teacher's lens. Like, I'm going to be happy to teach, students that are low achieving and might not have, quote unquote, a lot going on for them, but to give them that just little glimpse of, you can rock up to class and know that when you're in the class with me, you're going to have a safe time. And, I might put you onto some good like hip hop projects that aren't too explicit, I guess. Like gotta keep the wall pretty narrow there. But yeah, man, it's definitely a work in progress in Australia as well.
That's dope. Now, what is your favorite game of pool? Mine is 9-ball.
Yo, 9-ball's mad. 9-ball's like that's like I kind of see it's like sniping, man. You just snipe people out. Like if you start, man, if you break, you can go from 1 to 9 just easy. Mine's classic 8-ball. Like I like classic 8-ball. But I have wrapped my head around snooker. And like, but I find that snooker is just too difficult for the breaks for me at the moment. Like it's just, I can't hit my shots too well on snooker.
Yeah.
Yeah, but 9-balls is sick, man. Like that is a shout. That is a shout.
Yeah,
I love
there's a
9
lot of strategy in it. Yeah.
Yeah, little diamond. Hell yeah.
Cool. Now, this is a question that I'm interested in. Who has reached out to you for your production? This question for both of you right now.
Let me have a gaze.
Yeah. Who reached out to me?
So one of my recent ones is a guy called Fluent. He's a West Australian MC. He's pretty cool, man. He was on American Idol as well.
Okay.
So him and his son Inkaby went over, and I don't know how it went for them. I just remember they were on American Idol. But he's also an Indigenous Australian like myself. So to see him with his son, like playing some cool tunes. So I've got beats going to Fluent and his son Inkaby. And Inkaby's going crazy, man. He's got like nearly 50K followers on Instagram, bro. Like he's making waves, and he's only like 11 years old or something. Yeah, so I got Fluent. Who else we got? I'm working with a guy called Mammoth as well. He's an MC based in Melbourne. He's with a crew called Pick Glass. They're really cool, man.
Okay.
I'll send you a
Check
link.
them out.
I'll send you some links. Apart from that, it's pretty chill on my end, man. Not many people kind of hit me up out of nowhere, but so big ease. Yeah, that's about it. Damn. Yeah. How about USB? You got people hitting you up?
Yeah, I always have a few people here and there, people I don't really recognise, but I've got work coming out with another Perth MC, Snowdera. We've got a single coming out very soon. One of Dimslim's mates. Pretty sure I've got work coming with Ty Farris.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, hoping that comes through. He's had a few beats that he's given me praise for, so hoping they make some projects this year.
That's gonna be fire.
Yeah. No, that's pretty exciting. I can't really think right now.
Yeah. Oh, I got another one. 10th Dan. I got a dude called 10th Dan. He's East Coast. He's sick, man. He's one half of a rap duo called the Bugs Brothers. Which are like kind of just like pot smoking, like delinquent type dudes, and they're very like Australian, like they emphasize the kind of like Australian weed smoking culture, and it's really funny, man. Like,
Okay.
10th Dan's awesome. So I'm putting him together a pack at the moment, which is another full set.
Animated videos for a lot of rappers. You would have seen the Jamil Honesty and Hobgoblin album, that Inspector Deck track.
Uh-huh.
There was a music video. That video is by 10th Dan. It's like an animated style.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
And he does like a lot of art for the Mussolini Moose. He's sick.
Yep. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So now that you mentioned that, I recognize the name, but I didn't know music wise what he did. So that's dope.
That's sick.
Cool.
I'm gonna send some your way. Some of my favorite tracks.
I appreciate that. Definitely send it.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Damn.
And we're still gonna keep talking about the Lupara gang because USB, Timepiece, Flu, Hobgoblin, Machacha, Mighty Healthy, Farmer G, and Bohemia Lynch. People, we see y'all doing entire projects for artists, but people at this point, you're making your name known. So people are gonna continuously be asking,
Yep.
Gonna give us a project.
Yep. Hopefully, yeah. So we've got the Shoddy album dropping on Wax and hitting streaming May 17th, I think. May 17th final.
Okay.
Yeah. And we've got another one in the works right now with Canadian rapper Sazy.
Oh yes.
Yep. So that all the tracks are done for that. We're just mixing and mastering right now. So we're hoping for later this year, probably in the third quarter sort of thing. And I think we've trying to find some new rappers that we can get behind and do a whole album with. So we're always looking for work to do.
That's dope, man. And it's great to hear that both of you are capable of working with local Perth and outside of Perth in Australia and then expand to other artists, throughout the world like that. Because I mean, you're putting Perth on the map at the same time.
Yep, that was our goal. That was
Legit.
our goal on the tapes. It was show the rest of Australia what's really happening out here. Because
man.
it's a lot they don't know about. And
We're the most overlooked city in Australia. Like
Mm.
all the hip hop media, it's all East Coast, man. And when anyone gets any love in Perth, it's a win for everyone here. We're all celebrating. It's lovely. It's lovely.
It's great, man. It's great.
We've got a great community over here. Sort of, I feel like it was formed around that Beats on Eights event that we used to do. I think most of the producers that I know in Perth came from that event.
Okay.
All very like-minded people, very different styles, but all keen to come together as a community sort of thing. We
See, got some hip hop history going on in the city.
Yeah.
And how long ago was that?
Years, something like that. 2.5 years, I'd say.
What, the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably closer to 3 now, I reckon.
Mm.
Yeah, 3 years. Yeah.
All right.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
That place isn't even open.
Yeah, that original venue's gone now. That was really cool bar. Yeah, I think we had 8. We had 8 events, 8 volumes in that one. That was legendary.
Nice.
Yeah.
Once again, we have dimslim and SB11. I definitely enjoy speaking with you, and I know it's early for you, and I'm not sure what time y'all normally get up, but I appreciate taking this time to speak with me. And again, everyone, The Source, Don't Come Near Me, is out now.
Yep.
Go check out the Bandcamp. I'm gonna put the link up once again for that. And I'm gonna say thank you once again, and we look forward to speaking with both of you once again. Got the upcoming projects probably later this year, possibly. Yep. Okay, definitely. And from what we spoke about, y'all are definitely busy, and I'm gonna see your names on a lot of production credits. So salute to both of you.
Yep.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Much love. So much for having me here, man. I'm very thankful.
Thank you. And before we go, let everyone give you shout outs and let everyone know where they can reach out to both of you.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna give some shout outs to my boy Televator. I'm pretty sure he's still watching. Shouts to my boy. I'm gonna give some shouts to Ross G, Saudi Shine Records, Chris Crack, Michael Christmas, Ugly Boy Modeling. Much love to y'all, and you can find me on Instagram at dimslim with 3 M's at the end. And on Twitter, I am at JDilla is the GOAT. Let's go. Yeah.
It's sick. Shout out to Fourth Move, A Saxon and No. Shout out to Lupara, my boys. Shoddy album on vinyl, May 17th or around that. I'm on Instagram, SB11._. I don't use Twitter anymore. I don't like Twitter. That's about it, I think. Yeah, Lupara, Fourth Move, yeah.
Cool. Thank you once again. SB11.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy your Friday, and I will be, enjoying my Thursday night.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Get a good rest in, my man.
All right. On behalf of HHDG Media, we're gonna say peace.
Peace.
Peace.